Boop. Boop. I almost said beep beep that time, and I was like, I was going to throw everyone off. I shouldn't say beep beep.
That would have ruined everything. I would have asked for an entire reset.
Put us back on the starting soon screen. We're redoing this.
Like the continuity.
Oopsies.
Hi everybody. We're here
Hi.
to play some D&D. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons, just in case you weren't sure what that stood for. We're playing good old-fashioned HBA, which is Housebound Adventuring, in case you weren't sure what that meant. And we've got all sorts of high-octane action going on today. We've got players that might die. We've got NPCs that might die. We've got enemies that will almost certainly die. Then who knows what will happen after that? Probably more role-playing, as we tend to do. Since we're no longer within speedrun territory, us starting at 17 minutes past 7 is totally fine and normal for us.
This is a slow run.
Why would you just date the video like that, or do the stream like that? You could have just pretended we were starting at 7. Made everyone else watching.
All of your clocks are wrong.
Yeah. This is HBA time.
I think that there's an element of if we were too professional about the way that we play this, it wouldn't be us, and it wouldn't be anywhere near as fun. Although if people are tucking down, I got my dinner, I want to sit down and watch these guys playing D&D at 7 o'clock, and then they're eating with just a starting soon screen for 17 minutes. They're done.
They should invest in one of those things to keep their food warm then.
You're right.
Yes,
you're right.
There you go.
Like if you ever sit down to eat in front of a TV, and as you start to eat, there's an advert starts, and the advert is still on when you finish eating. It's quite a sad thing.
Not for a very long time, because I don't watch TV with adverts anymore.
Yeah, who has adverts?
I don't know, a couple of shows I watch.
Who doesn't record those shows so they can fast forward through the adverts?
Oh wow!
Ooh.
You've been shot. Shot down.
I just don't watch TV.
Yeah,
although I did start watching an anime recently, but I found it when I left the person's house I was at. I found it on YouTube, and I do pay for YouTube for my ASMR. So.
Oh,
right.
Nice.
Well, we will get back to our D&D game after we've first off said hello to everyone in the chat. Hi everyone in the chat. Hi Fly. Hi Adam. Hi Tombo. How's it going? Don't worry, I've got Lil PogChamp on the list.
I love it.
So if this game
kind of weird.
goes long enough, then do not fear. We'll have Lil PogChamp along with a bunch of other names I've got banked up. And if it doesn't get used in this fight, it'll get used in another fight. So what happened in the last session? Last session was great, crazy fight time. Our players had escaped what they thought was maybe an endless void of speedrun after they completed their speedrun, and returned to the small town of Weymouth in Cormier, in the King's Forest. As they left the Moon and Stars Tavern that they had been returned to, they found the town being waylaid by spooky, spectral, spirity, shadowy people of all shapes and sizes that were tearing the place apart, and there was a terrible, horrible shadow above the clouds that was raining crystalline breath weaponry all along the floor, destroying some businesses, some houses, but also killing many innocent citizens of Weymouth. Throughout our combat, we have lost many people. Many peasants have been torn to pieces, ripped asunder by the spooky spectral people, and many of them named, because we've been using NPC redeems in chat, and I've been using those. I would love to give you a list of all the names that we've lost, but the list is really long, and I didn't record the people whose names I put down. I can tell you that the most recent group of names that we had included Borgle, the Destroyer of Worlds, myself, Podder, who has no relation to Fodder, Odder, Nodder, Wadder, and Old Nan Todder. So you can also make the assumption that we also had Fodder, Odder, Nodder, Wadder, and Old Nan Todder. And Fodder's secret evil twin, Bodder.
It's not a good day for the odders.
Yeah,
Someone called-
we massacred an entire family right there.
Yeah. We also had someone called
Generations.
Unity and that guy. Some of them we still have on the board. Myself is still on the board. Borgle's still on the board. Imp E. Kellen. Is that supposed to be like Ian E. Kellen? What's the reference there?
It's okay. So, I love Discworld, written by Terry Pratchett, and there is a book within there called Soul Music. And Terry Pratchett's, if you haven't read it, very, very punny, very satirical, very, very good humor, IMO. And in Soul Music, one of the main characters is this person whose name is Impy Kellen, and they want to go off to the city and become a musician and join a troupe or whatever. But they decide that their name in their own language is going to be a little bit Impy Kellen. Is hard for people to understand, but it means friend of the holly. So they're going with some variation of Buddy Holly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
bud
clever.
of the holly or something like that.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really
So-
good.
It's full of stuff like he joined a band with rocks in because the drummer was a golem who smashed rocks together. So it wasn't a rock band, but it was a band with rocks in.
Nice. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Welcome, Kika Dragon. That's relevant right now
Oh,
Very
you're-
relevant.
Yeah.
for a couple of different
Yeah.
reasons.
Especially for me.
Hi,
on
Malcolm
brand.
here. We need a new homebrew rule: auto doors only. I've got to close all the doors around town, and all the enemies were able to join the battle at the same time.
Just submitting it.
We. The fuck was I talking about? What was I? Oh yeah, names of enemies. We got all sorts of different people
Yeah.
on the field right now. It seems that some of them have been coming out of spooky crystals. One of which was destroyed by Sir Roderick, who was in his youth a very competent spellcaster. He managed to destroy one. We also had one destroyed by Haiku.
And who is now best currently described as Kobold Zaddy. Sorry,
Yes.
continue.
So Roderick is Kobold Zaddy. We've got Haiku is currently how would we describe Haiku in their ultra tenses transformation form?
What has just happened?
Yes! Yes! It's too late. You
no.
can't take it back. You can't take it back.
That's turned
Yes!
against us.
Yes!
Apologize.
Oh my god, what a day. What a day. Thanks, Fly Gamer. Thanks, Papaya.
Dude,
Oh.
does Tom's D6s, they don't roll over to next game, do they?
Also, I
Neither
better
do
use them
ours.
I think
all
they do actually.
right now.
Oh,
I'm just
just-
thinking if we ended the stream now.
Then start the next episode immediately. Good plan.
Thanks, guys. Oh, I will be having a fun time with those today.
You can only have one, right? You can't have two.
What? Who said I could only have one?
No, everyone can only have one, right? You can't redeem two for one person. We've never
I
had
don't
that
remember
rule.
this.
There's never been a rule that can
Listen,
happen. If someone
okay,
redeemed
so-
two for...
One of those will go to Impy Kellen, and the other one will
That's
go
not how
to
the rule goes.
Duke Smazareth.
No.
I think it's because they were redeemed at pretty much the same time, were they not? I think if the viewers see if someone's always got a D6, they tend to donate them to others.
No, it's happened before where two people's tried to give one to one person. And that's not been a thing that we've done before because that isn't fair for the amount of D6s we have.
Okay. Let's
No,
say
no,
we
it
take
doesn't matter.
Papayas away
I'm-
from Tom, because that was definitely a spite one from Papaya.
Personally, I'm fine with Tom having more than one because he has, especially in a combat, because there's so many characters that could use it. But if we want to do that, that's fine.
Thank you, Nath.
Oh,
I mean, technically
wow.
that message doesn't say who that's going to, so I assume that must be going to the players. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, we're in combat, so they can spam combat D6s at us too.
As someone who lives with Tom, I don't want him to have the D6s given our talks with this game. Every time he's like, what do you want to happen in the game today? I'm like, don't kill Mr. Wiggles. And he's like,
What do you
Mr.
mean?
Wiggles
It's
will not
as
die.
someone who lives with Tom. That makes it sound so much worse than I've overheard Tom saying some nefarious things. It makes it sound more like he's the worst. I hate this guy, and I don't want him to have
when he
nice
has
things.
2d6. Oh, it's insufferable when he's got 2d6. 1d6 is you can cope with.
Okay. All right.
Are you having 2d6s? If that was redeemed for anyone else, you would have gone, no, you can't have, people don't have 2d6s.
I mean, I'm not gonna. If you wanna, okay. What we'll do is we'll do some housekeeping right now. Okay, we'll do some housekeeping. Jenny doesn't like this already. I didn't realize that we were in a fight, but apparently we're in a fight now. So we can make the decision about the dice now, as a party, as a community. If you guys want to weigh in, I'm happy with whatever you want to do.
I'm not weighing in with the community when 3 of them have just said to give it to you. That's the dumbest idea I would ever agree to.
Okay, as a party then, what do you want to do with the D6s and how they are doled out?
Papaya said roll one over to the next stream.
Can we? So we can share d6s anyway, right?
So we've this has always been a little bit complicated because we've got D6s and combat D6s.
Mm-hmm.
And,
and I think we have shared either of them, but we could just only
see.
use the
There is a
combat
tab
ones
for this in the homebrew rules thing, but it doesn't tell you what you can use the dice for. The problem is we've made our game complicated and not done any record keeping. I mean, technically, a lot of our record keeping is all recorded on stream. We just don't remember any of it. So if we had an archivist who went and watched all of our videos and was like, there are so many inconsistencies with the rules that you guys use.
This is an ad. Do you want to watch many, many hours of our games and receive nothing in return? Then you can.
Appreciation. You'll receive appreciation.
I feel like the 3 people who kicked this all off should be forced to do it as punishment instead.
What do you mean watching us isn't punishment?
Oh yeah, shit. Oh no, now I'm the 4th person.
So I don't know, whatever you guys want to do. In fact, I'm kind of interested in the idea of consolidating and having only one type of dice.
I think that will make it much easier.
Because 2 is a lot. And the occasional D6s being thrown into the game don't ruin things that as much as I think I probably already accounted for way back
Maybe we can make it easier by having it as just players and DMs rather than just like specific people.
Yeah. So you guys can. Yeah. So we can't redeem dice for specific people. Is that what you're saying?
DM dice costs more.
Absolutely.
No. I genuinely think that would make sense.
100,000 bits.
Okay. Sure.
Like
bits.
100,000 bits. Yeah, you have to pay actual money.
Like 3,000 just to give one to the players, and then I don't know, maybe 5,000 to give one to the DM.
Yeah, something like that. Right. Yeah.
I mean, if we want to restrict it to 1 per person per stream, then we could just have a separate redeem that can only be redeemed once per stream for each of us. So then nobody has to type anything in. It's just, I click on my Tom redeem, I click on my Ginny redeem, I click on my Docs redeem, kind of thing. And then you can set the things individually, and then you don't have to worry about it. And if we don't want to do combat D6s, you just nix it.
This is an admin session now.
Yep.
We're gonna do admin. Don't worry, I've got more admin. There's more housekeeping.
Admin. It's been half an hour.
The other housekeeping thing is the spell scrolls thing.
No, don't bring that up. Don't even think about bringing that up.
So I think it's important for
How many spell scrolls can I use in a session?
for whatever.
That's not the limit.
So the last session we said that anybody can use spell scrolls as long as they are a capable caster. That's because the rules in the DMG relating specifically to scrolls, there are 2 sections. One is a tiny little section that says anyone can use spell scrolls, so anyone can use scrolls. And then there is a second section specifically for spell scrolls that says you have to have it on your spell list. That is fucking terrible, by the way. Wizards
I mean,
of the Coast.
anybody who
So
can read.
stupid. It's so dumb. So
I will say though, I do.
Ruling,
I do want to interject just for everyone's memory that I do believe I was like, I think they have to be on your spell list and that they have to be of a level that you can cast or you have to roll something.
You were right.
I was right.
Adam was in the chat. He didn't say anything. But so the rules as written is that it has to be on your spell list and it has to be of a level that you can cast. But there is a variant rule where if you want to cast a spell that is above your level on your spell list, that you can roll some dice to see what happens, whether or not you do it successfully and there's some backfire or whatever. Our homebrew rule going forward is that you can cast spells that are not on your spell list and or above the level of spell you can cast, but you'll have to roll skill checks to see if you get a variant mishap thing. Okay, boring admin is over, I think. Is it?
No, because we still haven't decided where does D6 go.
So, how about we say, because we didn't specify before, or if we didn't, we've forgotten, that we allow the D6 for today to stand because people wanted to redeem them for they wanted and that they've spent their points and it's a combat and let Tom have his fun. And then going forward, we'll make a redeem for each person.
With that, letting Tom have his fun. Look at him.
I'll take 1d6. How about that? You guys can have in the pool. You can have the other d6.
Well,
and the other
I'll take it from
Papaya.
Papaya.
For you too.
Oh,
Nate redeemed one for you too. So how about we split
Nate didn't
it?
specifically...
You take 2, and we'll take 2. Well, Nate didn't say your name, but Nate said, "And what happens if someone puts a third one?"
Yeah, he's just being a little trickster. He's just being a little tyke.
So we could split them with you, and we'll take 2, and you can take 2.
Are there 4 now?
Yeah, because somebody redeemed one for Ginny too.
Oh. No, that's fine. I'll take 1. You guys take 3. It's fine. It's fine. Because I will say that it was Papaya's one, and then if something horrible happens...
No, Papaya's given his to me. Which means it's Fly or Knave who gave it to me. And whomever. Let's just play. I get 1, you guys get 3. We don't need to worry about who's responsible for which NPC dies. Anyway. Anyway. The last session, big fight. Crystals seem to be spewing out bad guys. 2 of them are gone. 1 remains. Mr. Wiggles was a big bubble that was protecting a bunch of NPCs. The dome has now fallen. Mr. Wiggles, you have realized, was essentially the bubble. So all of the damage that the bubble took was actually Mr. Wiggles taking the damage. So you have deduced that Mr. Wiggles is looking rough.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking great. Okay, that's that. Now, prompts and in stuff. Go, we're speedrunning the prompts. No, I'm kidding. What was the prompt? Give me the prompt.
Let me get it up. Your character is going to get a colour named after them. What colour do you think they'd be and why? I believe that was suggested by Grace last year. Or maybe the year before.
Finally.
I think Neurali would be like a shade of purple that is like if you took like 3 parts like deep mauve and mixed 1 part like beige in, because it's like the combination of her color scheme. That would be her.
The beige being like representing like the whole like plain cloth nature of her upbringing, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Her original dress was very much like a well-made but like very plain beige, like undyed. Like it looked really cool. It had like a cool design, but the fabric itself was soft but just very functional and unadorned.
Okie dokie. I like that a lot.
Randall's colour, it would be called Banana Mania, which sounds
Very
really
Randall.
fun and exciting.
Yeah.
But it's actually just a beige. And it's kind of plain.
All of us pick a beige in some way.
I hope so. The beigeists.
A neutral party.
Oh, shit.
Well, I had written down Haiku Hazel. It's kind of like beige, I suppose. But like a browny colour, like reminiscent of Haiku's shell. Except no one knows what Haiku's shell looks like because of all the shit around it, so everyone Haiku Hazel is different.
Oh.
It's a different colour, but we'll never know.
Yeah.
Love it.
I picked Inchworm, which is a green, and Mac and Cheese for Oro's hair, which is like an orange. I think that makes sense. And it's mac and cheese, so that helps the whole situation of picking.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have put Inchworm as a green.
I know, I just saw the name and I was like...
It sounds fleshy.
I'll pick it. Yeah.
Gross. But also
Inchworms
great.
are green, though, mostly.
I don't know what an inchworm is.
I don't know what an inch
I'm not going to Google it or ask any questions about it right now, because first off, that would
Fair.
distract me. Second off, might be
Yep.
gross. In
They're
stuff.
cute. So, the proprietor of the inn, as we all know, is very against serving or hiring adventurers at this point. Just wants nothing to do with this. But they're having a little bit of problem with some kind of rodent or... Like, there's something weird going on in the cellar, and it seems like there are some beyond the normal type of, like, bugs or rodents or something going on. So... she spends some time convincing some of the people who like live roughly in the area and would come to regularly visit the inn to go take a look at it, not as adventurers, but as this thing that she has come up with called exterminators.
Oh shit.
Cool name.
She's invented exterminators.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, I like that a lot, but that is a loss. On the
Yeah,
old
last time I
Golgometer.
got us money, so I figured this time I would spend some.
Neutralists.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've
Balance.
lost 5 gold.
Oh, I don't even have the sheet open.
Oh no.
Wait, the ledger's being updated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Well, we managed to get through the other side of the intro of our game. Fantastic. We can now play it.
Wow, we really
All
speed
it
ran
took was
that
40
intro
minutes.
this week.
We sure did.
Listen, we didn't even start until 1:15.
And that
Right.
was mostly my fault. A, because my computer decided to update at the minute I sat down at it, and B, because then I had to tell a story. So, yeah.
It's okay. I think we were all a little indisposed. Regardless, we are going to start the top of our turn order with a big old roll of the dice to see who gets hit by some
Trigonometry.
shards falling out of the sky. If anyone wants to roll a 1d9, please.
If we don't do
I
it,
do
we can't
it.
do any damage.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to do it now. I know it's not technically my fault, but it would feel like it.
Okay.
Oh no, I did it too. Do you want me to roll it again?
Yes, please.
Another 2.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay. Oh, right, because you want low on the low numbers. Yes! Haha!
I cannot select the fucking circle.
Uh-oh.
Roll 20.
Yeah.
Are you on the
I managed it. I'm on the right layout.
section?
I'm on the right
Okay.
layout. There we
Is
go.
that roll
Oh,
20 not functioning properly? Surprise!
Imagine
That's a
that.
first.
Took 40 minutes for our first.
Just to
roll 20
clarify,
slide
yeah, we're now an anti-roll 20 stream
Until we're sponsored.
until we're sponsored. Until
That
we're
makes
sponsored.
us sellouts. You do know that, right?
Yeah, but when they pay us, then we'll be.
It's 2023.
We can go back. We can go back to our default opinions.
We're not
Our
selling
original
out
opinions
because-
weren't negative about. Previous Tom would have said that he likes roll 20, even if he wasn't getting paid. But now we're actively anti roll 20.
No one can trust that now because you're
It
changing
doesn't
your
make
opinion
us-
based on who's paying you.
Yeah, it doesn't make
No,
us
I
sell us
check-
though because
well,
we
yeah.
put our terms out ahead of time. We made it very clear.
Okay.
That's true.
This is the bill of goods you are buying. If you would like us to stop bringing up the negative changes that you have made, then you can sponsor us, and then we'll
Oh,
reconsider.
so just extortion then.
Yeah.
It's way better, yeah.
I received this product for free in exchange for an honest review.
Wink. Okay. A hail of purple shards fall out of the sky and embed the ground and pierce this poor little hut up here. You hear screeching and screaming, but nobody that you are, on first names terms with has died. Maybe someone else.
Oh, that's fine then.
Jesus.
Fantastic. Top of the turn order. We have Oro and Nugget.
Yes. How far is this house south of me? Can I
15 squares, apparently.
quickly get
Roughly 2
there?
feet.
Can I? How?
Are you asking if you could jump that?
Yeah.
I think with a running jump, can you not? It's like it's like 10 foot plus your. God, what the fuck is running jump rules again? D&D. Strength score, right?
Oh shit! I better.
So you can move. You can run your. As long as you move 10 feet, you can jump your strength score.
Okay, well
So it's
I
not.
won't be doing
It's not the modifier. It's the number. What's the number?
that. 8.
Oh yeah, no, you ain't making that jump.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Unfortunately.
You've just got little legs. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just little legs. What's this guy looking like right next to Nugget? Are they close to all? Surely, right?
They're looking a little bit roughed up.
No, that's not what you want to hear. Okay, I assume I can't see this guy here.
Correct.
Okay, but I can see Get Moon Branchy.
Yes, you can see Get Moon Branchy.
Okay, great. I've lost my character sheet. I would like to hit them with my crossbow.
Do it.
When it loads. Okay. Crossbow. 20.
That's a hit. That is 10 damage. You slay Get Moon Branchy. Is there anything, any particular way that you want to kill Get Moon Branchy?
Aura's looking like particularly panicked and doesn't know exactly what to do, so she quickly just lets off a shot there and then runs back to Nugget.
Okay. Like a panicked muscle memory.
Yeah.
Pierces Get Moon Branchy in their
there's a bad
spectral
dude.
form.
Like a
Falls
no
to
scope
pieces.
headshot.
No scope.
360.
Yeah. And then she's gonna. Oh, she's got a flame tongue out. Flame tongue. This dude.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, that's a big hit.
And then got a sneak attack on him.
Oh my
And a
god.
hunter's mark is also on him.
Okay. They are very dead.
Excellent.
Good start to the combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Can I get on Nugget with? So do I need a bonus?
All of your movement will be getting onto Nugget, and then Nugget will have his own movement.
Okay. I've got on Nugget, and I'm going over here. And stopping here.
Okie dokie.
I'm still on Nugget.
Yeah. So Nugget could technically have an attack here, but not
Oh.
reaction attack.
Okay. Nugget can bite down on that dude then, please.
Yeah.
11.
Well, actually, no. Because these buildings are like 20 foot tall, and this guy's on the floor, so
Oh.
you wouldn't be able to reach.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do? You want to say anything?
There's more. There's getting more in the comment. We need to destroy the crystals. Are there any more crystals left? There are, right? Just that
There's
big
one
up
big
north?
chunky crystal on the top right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sir Roderick's opportunity to make a move. What the fuck are you gonna do? Sir
Oh, he's
Roderick?
already made his move.
Someone made a move.
You can't see my eyebrows.
Someone made a move. Okay, what is he going to do? He's going to say. He's going to say Ignis.
Oh god.
And make a little fireball attack. At disadvantage. And it misses, unfortunately. A firebolt goes flying past Impi Kellen and splatters against a wall. impotently. Very well. Haiku's turn.
Yes. I would like to raise myself another 15 feet.
Okay.
So I'm at 70 foot. And then move
Where are you going?
15 foot. Laterally.
Okay.
So,
Where are you going?
so I'm going to be there, but 70 foot, not 55. I have my thinkings.
Okay.
My thinking.
As my bonus action, I think we all know what I'm going to do.
Sure.
Cannons to the left of us.
And I would like to target Borgle, the Destroyer of Worlds, with my Force Ballista.
Okay. That's a hit. That is a lot of damage. Borgle does not have a huge amount of health remaining.
Lovely.
Your shot embeds in the rooftop of the building.
Yeah.
Tiles everywhere.
Could I then actively try and see if I can see the flying thing?
Roll a perception check as your action.
Oh, I forgot about that. Jesus.
Perception.
So DC 15.
I have a +10! Oh wait, no, we have a group D6. I would like to use one, please. Group? Fucking hell, barely.
Well, I mean, it was a guaranteed success because all you had to get was a 1.
Oh, true, yeah.
Okay. Sure enough, you do actually see that the shadow of the winged creature. At this point, I think we're safe to call it a dragon. Is definitely in the skies above you. In fact, it's closing on your position very quickly.
Makes sense. You are getting
Excellent.
closer to it.
That is
Yes.
exactly what I wanted.
Okay, gonna have to load up that stat block just in case you get fucked up.
Please, Jack. Please. Think about it.
This'll be cool as fuck if I pull it off.
Okay.
And I'll be dead if not, so it won't matter.
Casual
Good.
reminder that we have not still come across any diamonds. So if you die, you might just stay
For
dead.
unrelated reasons.
You might just stay dead. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
That needs to be our next stop, I will say. After we're done here, if we survive, I would love to go to a big city and find a jewelry shop and be like, please, for love of God, I would just like to buy some diamonds. No, I don't need them set in anything. They don't have to be fancy, rough-hewn diamonds, miners, wherever we can find them. Just literally anything.
All right. Okay. Anything else you want to say with your turn, Haiku? Any words of wisdom you want to impart?
No, because I think Haiku's still in just shrieking stage, because they've been pumped up with that spell and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Okay. you're on the steroids.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Impy Kellen is going to make. It's slowed, as we can see there. Do they make any saving throws against that at the end of their turns?
That's a good question. 1 second. Boop boop. Makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of its turn.
Okay. It's a hit. And it's going to do. Scroll up and find this. There. Sorry,
Who's it attacking?
This is a very serious moment. Cultic
Wait.
Salamor.
No.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. Let me roll again.
I'm out of first level spell slots, so I'll have to use my second level spell slot.
So it rolls at disadvantage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Still hits.
Damn it. Okay.
And I'll keep the damage roll because I rolled very high. And I've added the d6.
Oh
Wait,
no.
I feel
To
like
the
we should have
damage roll.
really tried to keep
To the damage roll.
Kulthik alive,
what?
considering we murdered someone in cold blood to save her earlier.
Okay, well that's
Wait,
gonna
you
be
can
really
add
tough.
d6 as the damage die? Since when can we do that?
It's a d6. Was there any? Did we ever say you can't add it to damage rolls? This is a
feel
problem
like
with
we
our
might
record
have,
keeping. I
think
can't
we
see why
just
we'd have a
didn't.
problem with that. D6
I
is not
think
that
you've
much for damage rolls.
literally, and I think you've literally added it to damage before, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It literally doubles the damage of some of my weapons, but okay.
By you can
weapons,
only
I
add
mean
it
my
just for
fists.
once, and it might be 1 damage.
Also, I'm giving myself the advantage, by the way,
Sure.
because
Okay.
now I'm mad.
Impy Kellen closes the distance between themselves and Cultic Salamor, and in so doing, shreds their upper chest through their throat with their shadow claws. Cultic Salamor is dead.
Like who murdered to keep them alive?
What a waste.
Nearly.
Nothing I can do about that, huh?
Nope. She's dead.
Damn it. Okay, well now I'm mad.
Reload save.
Yeah.
For real, right?
Saves come time.
Um,
Listen, we have a lot of NPCs have died in this fight. A shit ton of them. They've all been named. They've just not
Yeah,
been
but-
someone you've recognised.
Exactly.
That's the point.
yeah.
That's
There's,
the point.
there's a lot of risk going on in this fight. A lot of risk indeed.
Listen, there are a lot of
All
NPCs.
the
This
risk
one you
in
just
one
cared
tiny
about.
spot.
Why
Listen,
them?
she had a certain health bar and an AC. I did more damage than she had health, and I hit her AC, even with
And you rolled
disadvantage.
an extra d6 of damage to
Jesus.
make sure she died.
No, actually, I it's kind of funny because she definitely died from the first roll. I just had the dust on top of that. I did 20 damage to her and she had 8 health.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, she's
I would
dead.
like for Impy Kellen to make a
Yeah.
DC 17 dex
Okay.
save.
I roll a 5.
Okay, they fail. So they would take 8 radiant damage, except, and I forgot this earlier when I was attacking the crystal, except I've got my wings out, so they actually take 20 radiant damage.
Jeebus Creebus.
Yeah.
Wait, so...
And I rolled really poorly. That's 3d8, and I managed an 8 with that.
Blimey. So they just take an additional 12 points of damage on top of this?
Yep, as long as my wings are out.
And we forgot
And
to
it's
add
radiant
that
damage.
to all of the
I-
to all the
Well,
other things.
I haven't actually been attacking much. The
Oh, no,
one
that's
thing
true.
I've attacked has been this damn crystal, which
Yeah.
I don't know if it has just 12 hit points. If it does, lol me.
No,
But I
no.
realized it like the whole next round, and
Right.
I think there was a point where I was like, "Oh no, I forgot," and I was like, "It's been too long."
I do
It's
remember
been
that,
too long."
yeah.
That was
Can
me
we
going like,
make a
Mhm.
callback to Jenny, the art that Jenny did after our last session. I don't know if you guys have seen it. If you want to put it up on screen or something, Jenny, or like maybe put it in the Discord thing. Of all of the like,
Mhm.
That's so
Impy
good.
Kellen is dead.
and I just look at, I screamed no, in very like dramatic Darth Vader fashion as Cultic Telemore, passes, and I blast radiant energy. That seems to be like a little bit stronger than normal at Impy Kellen.
Right.
Okay. And that's pretty much it because I don't really have any bonus actions.
Okay. Randall.
So Randall is gonna basically scream, "Deal with this one! I'll get the crystal." And then I'm gonna turn and run. I haven't hit this guy, so they do get an opportunity attack.
Okay. Thank you for being honest.
Because I need my bonus.
They get an 11 against AC, so they definitely don't.
Okay. So then I do.
Can't believe you're
1,
leaving
2,
Mr. Wiggles.
3, 4, 5 is for the great good. 6, 7, 8,
A great
9,
ordeal.
10. How is the side of this building open, and can I see the crystal inside the building, or do I have to go up into the roof?
This is Cultic Sanimor's bakery. It is not open, but there is a door.
Okay, I'm just going to go up onto the roof for the bonus move.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like 10 feet isn't going to get me onto the roof, right?
No.
Okay. So, yeah. I spend a key point to dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit the crystal
Yeah.
with 2 of these. Oh, which I've got on the right.
Okie dokie.
Wow. Okay.
Roll your damage for the second attack.
6.
Okay. Not dead yet, or not damaged enough to explode into pieces yet.
Stupid crystal.
Anything else?
No.
Okie dokie. Right. Pete's more famous sister, Yeet, is going to have a go now. Wait a fucking second. Fodder's not on the tall. Neither of these two are on the fucking turn order.
Oh no.
Oh, this happened last time again, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm a bad DM. We'll make these ones.
I think those are the ones that you had added and then like remembered at the end of the last. Like
think
they had
so,
come
yeah.
in, and yeah, so like
Wasn't
I
that
don't think they would have had
Destroyer
a
of
turn
Worlds and
anyway.
myself.
There were some others as well, yeah. Pete's more famous sister, Yeet, is the one that's right next to Mr. Wiggles. Okay. Let's roll some dice to determine who they attack, so that we don't necessarily have a buttload of NPCs dying. Okay. And they've chosen to attack Sir Roderick.
Oh no.
I've hit him.
He's probably better off than Mr. Wiggles.
Probably the
so.
strongest of all of them.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not mean to roll that as Randall.
Anna's are doing it.
Okay, he takes X amount of damage.
Still awake though, huh?
He's still awake.
Okay.
You can see that his a couple of his scales are knocked off, and there's blood seeping from a wound across his chest. As Pete's more famous sister Yeet has sliced and diced Sir Roderick, and he screams out, "Ah!" Pain. Borgle, Destroyer of Worlds. Where is he? Borgle's over here. There's no way Borgle's closing the gap with Haiku. These guys have flown up some feet though. So they're going to instead close the distance on Nurli.
Fair.
And they're going to make attacks. Oh, one of those is a big hit.
That's what we like to hear.
And I'm out of first and second level spell slots, and I just don't think I'm going to expend a third level spell slot for shield or silvery barbs. So.
Okay.
Maybe
You
should.
take 26 points of damage as you are crit by Borgle, the Destroyer of Worlds.
Oh.
And that's the first attack.
Oh, good. I have 1 hit point.
Not for long.
If
The
you
second
crit,
attack.
there's a crit table as well.
No, not for
Not for the NPCs.
enemies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe after
could've-
being smacked
could've-
within an inch of my life, I
So
will
that was
shield the next one. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So what does that make your AC?
18, I think. 18.
That is unfortunately not enough.
See, that's why I just need to stop using it. As a
the-
third level spell slot.
The second attack hits you for 12 points of damage.
Ooh, I'm unconscious on the roof. Collapsed.
Where's Fodder's secret evil twin Bodder? Up here. Fodder's up here. Fodder's going to come over and attack Randall for a 17 against AC.
My AC is 17.
Okay, so that hits, and Podder's going to attack for 18 against DC. So you take... Let's roll this twice. I'll add this to this. You take 20 points of damage. And myself... Where's myself? Oh no, myself already
You're right
attacked.
there.
Myself's already attacked. All right, top of the turn order. I would like for what do I do here? What do I do about haiku? I think I know what I want to do. Okay. So out of the clouds above you, you see, just for an instant, the underbelly of a deep purple scaled creature. It does not lower itself to bite you, but you are attacked by its tail. It baps you.
Bastard.
So it's going to be this plus that. It's 25 against AC.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah. Surprisingly, not a lot of damage being whapped.
You're gonna then tell me a number higher than the amount of health I've currently got.
Yeah,
aren't
not a lot of
no,
damage.
it's not.
150.
It's really not a lot of damage for this particular attack. Just getting
right.
a little baby a tail whap is not
It's
a lot.
not a lot of damage for this ginormous dragon.
No, so you take 12 points of damage, but you need to make a strength saving throw.
there's the issue. 12.
So you have advantage. You have advantage on your strength saving throw because you're on Tensor's transformation, and the DC is 18. So you need to beat an 18 on your strength saving throw. You have advantage.
Even if you add those together.
Wait, you have a D6, right?
I mean, we as a group have another T6. I don't really want to use it on me again. I've already used one.
I think
I
need
think
to
that
use
one's
it
Ginny's
on-
anyway. Okay.
I'll use it
Can you
then.
flash of inspiration yourself too?
It don't matter if I do because I'm still not gonna have enough.
Oh yeah, D6 isn't enough.
God.
A whole D6
A
would be-
flash of whatever it's would have been enough if I had maybe scored anything but a 1 on that roll.
Okay.
God.
So how high up were you?
Oh, I was just hovering over the ground.
Okay, hovering how many feet
That
above the ground?
says 5.5 feet.
So I think it was
7.
70 feet.
Oh,
right?
70.
Yeah, 70 feet. Okay.
17.
Okay. So Jenny.
Really wish I'd cast contingency now for like level 4.
Contingency for when I inevitably fall out of the sky.
Okay, all right.
Blue
So
2+1.
you're going to. How many feet do you fall in one turn again? It's like 500 feet, right?
Yeah, I think terminal velocity is like 300 and something.
It's like a lot.
When I was
So-
knocked out by the soup, that was a further fall and I hit it immediately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you hit it immediately. All right, so then we have to work out falling damage. How to count?
It's like a D10
It's,
It's
yeah, it's
for
a
everything
D6
past
for 10 feet.
okay.
per 10 feet. There's not even like a base amount.
There's
you
a
can
cap,
fall.
but it's like 120 feet or something.
I thought there was like so far you could fall without anything first.
No,
Okay.
even
There's 1d6 for every
less
10
than 10
feet.
feet.
Ah,
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, so it's 7d6 damage.
Up to a maximum of 20.
Yeah.
20 D6.
So you take
Oh.
20d6.
Yeah.
You take 28 points of damage
28 points of damage.
as you are bapped out of the air and fall and plummet 70 feet into the ground. Bearing in mind, you do have the temporary hit points.
Oh yeah, that puts me down to 7.
You also
Overall.
You are still awake though.
you also need to make some concentration checks.
You need to make a concentration saving throw.
You need to make 2.
Okay.
Oh yes,
Is
one for
that-
being bapped, one for falling and hitting the ground. And the BAP is you only have to get to make a
10.
Constitution saving throw of DC 10.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have advantage on because of tensor transformation?
I've
Yeah,
And then
well,
the
yeah.
second one is
14.
14, yeah.
14. Yeah.
DC
Advantage
14, yeah. Okay, all right. Let's stop messing around now, folks. Let's stop messing around. NPCs are dying.
We're dying.
I think that's the
I
issue
was trying
here.
to save the NPCs, and that's why my health wasn't higher.
All right. So, how's Haiku feeling about that?
Oh, Haiku's fine.
Soaring sky high.
Their plan had changed anyway as soon as Neoli went down.
Right. Okay.
They were gonna, come down on their own accord. This has just done it quicker.
Almost
taking me
as fast
2
as Stand Up and
turns.
Run.
Okay. All right. Nugget and Oro, top of the turn order. You'll note that nothing fell out of the sky, at least nothing crystal shaped fell out of the sky this turn, because the dragon was busy.
Perfect. Big brain move.
Doesn't mean it's a good thing.
You got
Great
one more
move.
time and probably survive. I'm not really.
Probably survive.
No.
What do you mean, probably?
I mean, possibly.
Definitely be unconscious. Possibly be dead.
Oh, actually, one more thing happens in this turn. This is something I had planned and not a... One second, I'll show you.
Why do we let him speak?
I don't know.
As you'll note,
Ah!
Plop arrives on the scene.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
Oh
I
no!
think you need the crystal. Please eat the crystal. We can't deal with this plop.
Plop
I don't know
does
if I want Plop to
4
eat the
points of
crystal.
damage to the crystal that has 3 health, and the crystal is destroyed by Plop.
MVP plop.
For real though.
For a win. You owe him that very important pebble.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Very
Under no
interesting. Emma.
circumstances.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
But at the top of our turn order, we have Nugget and Oro.
I have that like healing dart that I could use on Nerdy.
Yeah, 100%.
But I'm nervous as to what's the turn order look like? Are they before or after? They're after Nerdy. Okay.
Yeah, all of the baddies are now after you lot.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot that dart to Nerly.
Okay.
I don't have that in a thing anywhere, but I can make a ranged attack if you would like.
I think we had something about you having to make a ranged attack, but I don't remember how we're going to manage that, because obviously if your ally has a higher AC, that's bad for you if you're trying to heal them, so that's stupid. We're just going to say it hits. So you...
My AC is 13, so
Yeah, regardless, I mean, if you're trying to heal a tankier person, that would make it harder for you to hit, which is stupid. So instead, you successfully shoot your little healing dart into Neroli, and she regains 1d4 plus 1 hit points or something. It's not a lot, but it brings you back up.
it's enough.
Yeah.
I'll handle the rest.
It's a rebel pebble.
Oh, Rebel Pebble, that's so cute. Do I need to roll the 1d4 or does...
I can do it if you don't want to.
Whomever.
Yeah, you do it.
You add a d6 to that?
Sure.
Oh my god, roll a d6.
I think
to
we
that.
used all of our.
No, we got one
No,
left.
I think there's still one
Oh,
left.
we've got one.
Go for it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that was probably not the best decision. That's okay. Total of 6.
Oh.
Woohoo! I'll take
If
it.
the creature is being supported by something that lets them hover, such as the levitate or fly spell, they don't fall prone. Well,
Oh,
not a problem this time.
hell
They've
yeah.
got a flying speed, but not the fly spell.
Oh,
Okay, on the rest of my turn,
Yeah.
I want to get Nugget to fly down here.
Okay.
I'm still on Nugget, and I want to...
Yeah.
Can I reach this guy with my flame scimitar?
Absolutely can, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hit
If you're on
him
top of
with
Nugget.
that. Yeah.
Okay. That's a hit. Oh my god, that's
And sneak attack.
The
And
hot,
the hunter's mark.
they're
moves.
dead. Yeah. They are very dead. Wiggles is safe. Mr. Wiggles is safe. So there's Chadvo, Birch, and Sir Roderick. Any words?
Chadvo Birch.
No idea.
Exactly.
But they're alive.
Yay!
I'm gonna tell Nugget to go to Nurley.
Okay.
And just goes here.
Yeah.
Just try and
Easy
aggro a
peasy.
little bit.
Mhm.
Look menacing.
Okey-dokey.
I tell Nugget to look menacing.
Alrighty. So Roderick. What the fuck is Sir Roderick gonna do? Roderick. Can't really see anybody. So Roderick is going to grab Mr. Wiggles and look for cover. So there's a nearby house, this one to the north here. So Roderick's going to grab Mr. Wiggles and help them into the cover and close the door. So Mr. Wiggles and Sir Roderick.
It's like a fireman's lift.
Yeah, it's a full-on like hero saving the day lift. And Sir Roderick.
Oh yeah.
All muscles. All
That's
muscles.
so
and
hot
magic.
of you, Pedro Pascal. I mean, Roderick.
Covered in goop.
Haiku.
Always goop with you.
Mr. Wiggles.
How high up is Borgle and myself?
So they're at the top of this tower. The top of this is about 30 feet up.
So I could fly up and be able to see them at least.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll go up 30 feet so I can see them.
Yeah.
And then we'll just shoot Borgle again.
Alright.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Oh no.
Dragon never gonna keep me down.
There we are.
That's a hit. Borgle, the destroyer of worlds, has been destroyed.
Good. And then as my action, let's have a look.
Don't make me into Mr. Wiggles. Stupid sexy Mr. Wiggle.
I just don't think Oscar Isaacs is the right casting for Mr. Wiggles. Don't do this to me.
It's clearly a Mr. Blobby casting.
Yeah, see, yeah.
I'd like to cast Lightning Lure on myself.
Ooh.
Is that the ranged spell attack?
What do you mean the ranged spell attack?
Is it not a ranged spell attack, or is it a point target kind of dealio? What does it say?
So you create a lash of lightning energy. It strikes at one creature of your choice that you can see within 15 feet of you. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, and then take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of you. The spell increases damage. The spell damage increases by 1d8 when you reach 5th level, and then 11th level and 7th.
So you're gonna you might knock yourself out with the spell. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to hit someone else?
I'm trying to no. I'm trying to hit myself, the character myself, not me.
Oh.
I named it. And
Fucking hell!
It completely got me.
Of course, no. I'm gonna willingly shoot myself in the foot.
We all thought that was a viable thing for you to say. We were like,
It's
why
because
would you
it
do
came-
that? But that does sound like something that you would say.
Oh, that says a lot about me, clearly.
That says so much. That's all of us
Oh,
were
no.
completely sold by the idea of you having some big brain plan that involved you potentially killing your own character. Hook, line, and sinker.
It don't matter because Adam's right. I
100%.
forgot you can't cast one intensious transformation, so it don't matter anyway.
Oh my god.
So never mind. I'm gonna Haiku goes to cast it, and it's just it's the limp dick cast, and nothing happens, and Haiku just looks sad.
Oh no.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
That would have been so brilliant, though, to like yank them at you and for them to maybe just fall.
Yeah, that was the plan. Well, I was
They do have wings,
undone
though,
by
so.
the rules and by Doctor's 69 chins.
Oh my god. Wait, so you wanna have it so that your character tries to cast a spell and is unable to, instead of doing something else?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Sure.
There's nothing else I'm gonna do anyway.
Alright, okay.
Can't move.
Maybe throw something from your shell. Break an
fuck?
artifact. Alright, Nerly, you are up.
What's wrong with you?
You are prone, but you are awake.
We get knocked down, we get up again. I'm gonna cure wounds.
Okay.
Oh god, what spell slots do I even have left? 4th level! Please don't suck. Ooh! 27.
Oh
I'll
my
take
god.
it. That's
That's a lot.
I'm now
That's-
6
yeah.
hit points up from last
Apart
turn.
from actively using the genuine 70 heal point spell heal, that is maybe the most
Yeah.
healing you've ever done.
Yeah, I think I think the next closest I've gotten to that is 24. And Jesus, I am just almost out of spell slots. Do I still see the dragon anywhere?
No.
Okay.
That's probably fine.
I'm gonna use my movement to stand up.
Yeah.
And these are all one action, aren't they? I need to go on a pilgrimage to find bonus action spells for me to use, because I just have nothing. Yeah, that's it. That's
Time
all
to
I...
go get some potatoes and get you that long rest. Just have
Oh my
7
God.
haggis.
Skyrim rules. Just stop and shove 6 cheese wheels in there. It's a
with butter.
bonus action. I thought there was an action to convert spell slots into sorcery points.
Is it not?
As a bonus, it's a bonus action.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna expend a spell slot. We're gonna do my second 4th level spell. To give myself 4 sorcery points back.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Because I just don't think that using Blight on these characters is really gonna be that useful. So, being
What
that
do you
that's
mean? You can
necrotic
upcast
damage.
things.
No, Blight is really good, but it's necrotic damage, and they are coming from the void. So I could be totally wrong, but Nerly's like, this seems like probably
Sure.
the crystals did necrotic damage. Feeling like they do necrotic damage. Feel like
Uh-huh.
they're not going to be that impacted by necrotic damage.
Sure, sure.
So that's
Nothing
it.
else for
That's
your
my
turn?
turn now.
You want to say
No, I
anything?
stood up. Action, bonus action. I'm gonna look over at Oro and be like, thanks.
Pull the syringe from your arm.
Yeah, exactly, and put it in a pocket safely.
Randall.
So Randall's going to start off with like, oh, where'd you come from, Mr. Plop? Mr. Plop? No, Mr. Plop now.
I like it.
Still
Mr. Plop.
civilized.
Well, I'm glad to see you anyway. And then just immediately about face and
You see
start
it's eyeing up your pebble.
It's in the bag of holding, obviously. There's
It's,
nothing to
okay,
hide.
it's eyeing up you expectantly. It's associated you in the pebble.
Oh. Oh dear. Okay. I think Randall probably misses this by just like spinning around too quickly, so he's not gonna like try to
Okay.
move around anything. But I'm gonna do some walking staff hits on Fodder's secret evil twin Bodder.
Bodder. Yeah, it's Bodder.
16 and 21.
Those are hits.
That's 9 out of 12. And then I'm going to do a single unarmed bonus that misses. On purpose.
Okay.
As a feint.
Well, Bodder is dead.
Yeah.
Good.
Hell yeah.
Down with Bodder.
Where is Podder, who has no relation to Fodder, Odder, Nodder, Wadder, and Old Nan Todder?
Right next to you.
Okay. It might have been like on the floor, I don't know.
Oh no, they're floating next to you.
Okay, I just turn around then.
Okay.
You're next.
Well, it's their turn now.
Points at them ominously.
And they're going to attack you. 16 against AC.
That is a miss because I have attack.
So your AC is now 17, isn't it?
Yep.
So it does no damage because it misses you. And
Yes.
myself, who previously crit nearly to unconsciousness, is going to roll a 13, which is a hit. I'll do
Wait, hitting? Who's hitting? Are you hitting me?
you. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not shielding again. I'm just gonna take it as well.
Okay. You take 12 points of damage as myself gives you another uppercut. Its claws biting into your flesh.
For our next campaign, we should all be called me, myself, and I, and so we some kind of like confusing abbreviation. Us.
Oh my
they,
god, I love it.
Oh my god. Hi, the Psychic Raven. I mean, yeah. We lost a lot of hit points in this fight so far, but we're coming out on top, I think. At the top of the turn order, can someone please roll a 1d9?
I'll
You
roll
want me
one
to
of
do it
them.
again since I
Yours
roll
to be
low.
brave.
I'll roll a single 9. It was a 6. Someone else can roll the other
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, I do the other one.
Oh, I'll do it. I've done it already.
Oh no, you did.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay. Okay.
Where's the circle?
Circle is moving.
Oh, poor
Why,
Grung.
weren't they already dead? I assume they were already dead.
No,
They
they're
were
unconscious. Oh, they're
unconscious.
unconscious, but they're not dead.
Oh, okay, now they're dead. Cool.
Hmm.
There's not a lot of saving throws to be had when you're doing a dexterity saving throw when you're unconscious, unfortunately. They are going to... This is a lot of damage.
It's right, I can just levitate the shard off them again, surely.
So this is... They... I don't know if... I'm not sure if Grug is lurking, if Grug's around. Grug is dead after taking 54 points of damage.
No. Honestly,
they've
better
been
him than
turned
us.
into jam.
Grug's gone.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's ground beef now.
well, she is very dead.
She is ground beef now.
Nugget and Aura at the top of the turn order.
All these buildings are too high for me, right? Like I can't. They're just too high in general. There's no like climbing up points, and Nugget's like 30 feet up on that roof or something.
Yeah, Nugget's 30 feet up at the moment. Yeah, you could climb the walls, but it would be like half speed, with like checks and stuff.
Nugget's gonna bite myself.
Okay, yeah,
10.
that's a miss.
And I am going to open this door and hand Mr. Wiggles a health potion, and then shut the door.
Okay, okay, that's smart because Mr. Wiggles has 5 hit points.
Yeah.
And will immediately. I mean, it'll ask some questions about what to do with the healing potion, but Sir Roderick's got it.
Yeah.
You know?
I figure his legal guardian is now there, so
Yeah.
Legal guardian.
Okay. All right.
That's
Anything else
it.
for your turn?
That's
Okay.
it.
So
Oh,
Roderick going
So
to.
Roderick can sign Mr. Wiggles's school trip forms.
Roderick uncorks the potion and then sticks it inside Mr. Wiggles, and it just kind
Oh,
of
he's
like.
a. Sorry, go ahead.
What?
He's a.
I was gonna say now he's a good dad, so he's even hotter.
Haiku.
Oh no, he's responsible and caring.
Truly has no limit on his powers.
I'm just gonna shoot the character myself.
Yep.
Oh,
That's a miss.
Fuck. Okay, well, into melee. I'm gonna move forward 1,
Yeah.
and then whack him with the claws.
Okay, go for it.
Did I get advantage on these with this
You do, yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
no, do you? Yes.
I thought I did.
Yeah, you have advantage on attack rolls where you make simple and martial weapons, which is technically not your claws, but we're letting it off.
Thank you.
That's it.
Does it add like 2d8 force damage?
It adds 2d12 force damage.
Holy shit.
It's a big fucking spell. It is a really big
yeah.
fucking spell.
Sure is.
You saw nothing. Nothing at all.
Alright, myself is torn to pieces, torn asunder
Excellent.
by your mighty claws.
Here
Fortunately, Sir
I am,
Roderick is
once again.
inside and unable to see.
Lovely. Right. I'm aware that there is a dragon above us, so clearly this isn't over. So.
Oh, well, there's still Podder, who has no relation to Fodder, Odder, Nodder, Wadder, or Old Man Todder.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to affect them at this point. They'll be dead before I can.
Okay, alright.
So
Anything you
I'm
want to
gonna
say?
Move a little bit more,
Okay.
and then I'm just going to like point to the sky or. Ah!
Super Saiyan Haiku, still unable to form any words. Nerly, it's your turn.
Is Potter beat up at all? If I
Nope.
fly up like 10 feet and glance over there. Okay. I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt. And I'm
Okay.
I'm out of all my low level spell slots. So come on, why don't you ever want to work properly anymore? Guiding bolt. Okay,
Oh.
hold on, it has to be and I technically have advantage on that because of the silvery barbs I used before I passed the fuck out.
Sure.
Slightly better, but not a crit. Very close. And it's at level 5. So that's 36 plus 12, 48.
You cast this at level 5?
I only have a level 3 and a level 5 spell slot left. That's it. And I don't want to use the level 5 for the stupid Earthbind that I'm holding in my pocket for the dragon. So I was like, I literally have no other options.
Alright, okay.
So that's 48, did I say? 48 points of radiant damage.
Sure. Well, that is Podder, who has no relation to Fodder, Odder, Nodder, Wadder, and Olden Todder, dead. As they are blasted into smithereens. You don't even get to see their form disappear. You just see the light, kind of soar across the battlefield, and then when the light's gone, nothing is there. They are erased.
And Nerly's just like
well, with that
this.
cast of a spell, we have successfully found ourselves on the other side of combat. Combat is over.
We've saved the town.
Again.
looking at the sky.
Looks at all the dead NPCs around me.
I know.
Oh, we only said the buildings of the town. People.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, the sounds of the flapping wings and the silhouette in the sky has disappeared. You can no longer hear your impending doom above you. But around you are the scattered bodies of villagers, townspeople.
Mm-hmm. We might need to add another one for that.
All of whom were named. Do you want to finish off with Chadvo Birch? You want to kill Chadvo Birch just to round off?
No.
No, because who else is going to repopulate?
This is just the people who were on the street. There are other people in Weymouth who were in buildings and stuff like that. There are plenty of people who are still alive. It's just these are the people that were caught outside in the.
That's really convenient that the people who were caught outside happen to be some of the most important NPCs to us.
Yeah.
Really
I killed
interesting.
because the people who were the important NPCs were trying to help. We killed so many named NPCs before then.
We first came across Cultic Salamor on Haiku's first proper quest as a part of this group.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I
now
think that's
she's
the
dead.
first thing that Norelli does is kind of like fly down to Kolthic's body and just kind of like cry over her and ask Selene for help. That won't come, but she's still doing it.
So Roderick comes to you with a much more healthy-looking Sir Wiggles outside of the building and says, "Who's this?"
Talking to me.
Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss. Do you mind me asking who is your mourning?
Their name's Kolthic. They were nice. I just couldn't save them. They're a baker. She points in the direction of the bakery.
The bakery stands. The signage that was previously knocked off and you'd seen as debris no longer reads Colthic's Animals Bakery. It just says the word bakery.
How cinematic. The name itself just knocked off in tandem with the character. I love it.
Nope.
What do you mean, no?
Wait, do you mean it's been erased?
Wait. It was erased, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
Like the sign is fully intact and it just says bakery?
Uh-huh.
Who was it that asked me who they were?
Sir Roderick.
Sir Roderick,
Wait, wasn't Colthic sponsoring the thing? Surely Sir Roderick should have known.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
Oh no.
Horror lets out a deep sigh.
Okay, can I haiku as we're talking about this and we are like I don't know where Kolthic's body is on the ground, but I've gone down over here somewhere wherever it is.
Yeah, I'll follow.
And I'm like, haiku, do you think if this happens when they die, could it be like a curse that happens upon death?
I would like to examine the body a little bit more and see if I can figure that one out.
Sure, roll an Arcana check.
Do we say that I'm helping?
Sure.
Because I'm talking through it with haiku.
I've not rolled well tonight.
You suspect that this is a extremely powerful curse. Beyond compare, honestly. This is greater than any curse that you've ever heard of.
As soon as she hears haiku talking about it, she's not certain that it will work, but this is literally her last spell slot for the day. So I'm going to cast Remove Curse on Kolthic's body.
You can see that the magic takes effect for all of a fraction of a second before being dissipated. If there was no curse, nothing would have happened at all.
Yeah.
It's almost like, and I'll give this to you because you've both helped and you've got a 17 on your Arcana check. It's almost like the curse is like an ongoing, like being reapplied kind of thing. Like it's still in effect actively, as opposed to classically a curse is a kind of like a one cast, like fire and forget kind of deal. It's not something that is constantly being applied. So it's almost like that was the case.
But that suggests that there's someone still recasting it repeatedly now, or it's just a lingering thing as opposed to someone actively doing it over and over.
Roll me another Arcana check.
While you do that, my food's here. I'm going to grab it up your bag.
Go, go, go. Think of all the unbranded Tupperware. Oh, 22. to you that says that there is something very powerful. It could be a very powerful spellcaster, a very powerful magical item, a very powerful ritual ongoing. It could be as powerful as a deity, kind of keeping the power of this curse alive.
Okay. So it could be the dragon causing it, or it could be as far as like the deity. Or a deity.
To you, what it suggests to you is that there is a source to the curse.
Okay.
Like there is an ongoing, active source that is keeping that curse ongoing.
Gotcha. So if there's a source causing this curse, there's probably a source causing all the other curses of, people disappearing out of existence.
I think maybe Caspian is being held somewhere as like the source of the curse.
I lean into.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I lean into whispering, right? Considering this curse took effect after they died, would
Are they
possibly
dead?
suggest Caspian might be dead.
Maybe, or if they are, then maybe they still are like a focal point for it. Like obviously we know who's doing it, and she gestures at the crystals, and like doesn't want to say the name or whatever, but is like,
there's a mutual understanding.
Yeah. But I wonder if we even have to go so far as to try to confront somebody that powerful, if we can just find Caspian and see if we can remove the curse from like the source, like if that's the focal point that we've seen for everything else that's been like this. They're just totally talking about this in the open right in front of like the NPCs, by the way, like intentionally. She's not even like trying to hide it at this point.
Randall, you find your grimoire in your hand.
Uh-oh.
You know how you do to like a pet when you're like, or like a child?
Randall's still up on the roof with the snail. Was just
I can't say it then, never mind.
petting the snail. Okay, you did a good job. Good job, Mr. Plops. And then there's like the other hand.
Going from Plop to Mr. Plop to Mr. Plops.
Yeah, Mr. Plops.
I like it.
Mr. Plops is a deep character.
Yeah.
We have the deep snail lore now.
I think from the like absent-mindedness of just like catching his breath, they're just kind of like recovering from the fight, and just kind of absent-mindedly petting Mr. Plops, and the other hand just has it open, or not open, but like in his hand.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's just like, wait, no.
Temptation away.
Put it away.
All right.
Close it up.
Okay.
Like casually looks over his shoulder to make sure no one saw. Like
you're putting it away, and as you put it away, like Plop is like checking out your satchel, like really close, like just as like Plop's definitely noticed. Hey, Tortu, Mr. Wiggles
Plop will
is
remember
alive.
that.
Yeah.
I don't do.
You want to continue looking after Plop, or are you going to join the rest of the party, or what?
I think I head back over to everybody else.
Okay.
Is Mr. Plop following?
A few moments after the dust settles, you note that Jean Digglefellow returns to grab Plop and put Plop back in the pasture. But you find
Did
yourself.
any of us actually? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you find yourself back with the rest of the party in very somber moment as you leave what was once Colthic's bakery and return to find that she is deceased.
Did any of us actually see Plop finish off the crystal?
Randall did.
Like our characters? Yeah. Okay. So we know that Plop is a hero. Good, good.
And Plop did that at the top of the turn order that was about to spawn a bunch more baddies. And I rolled damage for it as well. Plop could have not successfully eaten that in one turn.
The way I see this now, we've either got to find Caspian, who points at Randall, or we have to kill a god.
Huh? Or
That's. Oh, yeah, I suppose we were. So there's don't know the whole, dying thing and then the bakery sign, fading away. That's a curse. And there's some kind of solve to said curse. And I mean, my guess would be that we're not gonna lift it until that source is dealt with. I mean, Neurali's tried, lifting the curse, but it's...
And it worked for like a second.
Yeah, it's like it was instantly put back on again.
Well, could these crystals be the source? Like, this would kind of been everywhere else in the purpley stuff.
Do I think that?
You can roll an Arcana check.
No, so many Arcana checks.
Sometimes it pays off having +9 to your Arcana. Oh.
Did we all see the dragon in the sky?
You had. It is not above you currently.
Yeah.
You suspect that these crystals in themselves can have a residual, kind of atmospheric environmental effect, and that even the crystals themselves might have some kind of magical effects on whomever touches them or whoever may be pierced by them. But you do not think that the curse itself is being maintained by these crystals.
So destroying them is not going to make any difference.
Destroying them would be prudent, but it's not going to undo the curse.
Gotcha.
I look at one of the these weren't the huge ones, I don't think, but the decent sized ones sticking up out of the building. I see if I can Sacred Flame destroy them with radiant energy.
With enough time, you guys find it fairly easy to dispose of the crystal.
Okay. I'll probably just try it once, and when it doesn't immediately work, she's just like, okay, it can be done, but I didn't find the fast track to that or anything.
No.
So, our options are potentially fight a god.
I mean, I personally can't think of any other way. If it's not, something to do with Caspian, unless there's some other, I don't know, villainous entity causing this, which isn't, a god.
What about the dragon? Could that be related?
It's definitely related. I don't know if that is the dragon that interacted, and Neurali kind of gives everyone the remembers Shirsifer or whatever their name was, interacted with Caspian. Maybe they are the one that's mad.
Could be the source, or could just be some kind of channel.
Yeah, but I was thinking if with a disease, if Caspian is the first patient, and the curse is centered around Caspian and their body or them if they are still alive and just being held somewhere, then to avoid having to go and try to combat a deity, maybe just trying to find their body and seeing if releasing the curse from that releases it from everyone else. But I don't know. I don't know if that would work.
Like he was too tired to
Or it was
go any
like,
deeper into this trail of thought.
should-
It's been a long day.
sorry.
And they're quite
Yes, it is.
unhealthy.
I want to go talk to Mr. Wiggles real quick before we.
Mr. Wiggles and Roderick are chilling in this household. The door is open. They're not like deep in the house. They're kind of just the door is open now. Their danger seems to have passed. So Roderick is stood next to Mr. Wiggles at like almost just above waist height compared to Mr. Wiggles, kind of nursing the healing potion that you'd given to him. He's just occasionally just dunking the end of it and like upturning it so that some of the healing potion goes inside of Mr. Wiggles' chest cavity. And Mr. Wiggles is looking healthier.
Are you two okay?
I am worse for wear. That is what Sir Roderick has said. Mr. Wiggles is gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. And I've come out of worse scraps than that.
Right. Where are you staying, Sir Roderick?
Well, I was staying at the Moon and Stars.
Okay.
I suspect I'm going to have to see if that room still exists. But it looked like the inn maybe had survived the majority of the damage. I think that more than a few people will be staying there tonight.
Yeah. Maybe we should go over there too and see what's going on. Mr. Wiggles,
Yeah.
where are you gonna go?
I am staying in residence with Jean Digglefellow and Plop.
Okay. Well, she'll look after you.
I hope so. We will look after each other. I tried to help.
You did incredible.
You did way more than anyone could have asked of you, Mr. Wiggles.
I thought, what would a mayor do?
I mean, if they don't vote for you now, then something's wrong.
I am sad that I was not able to help everybody.
Yeah. You never get used to that.
Maybe with time I will be better at it.
You're pretty
I
good at
think
it right now.
Thank you.
Neroli thinks about how Haiku mentioned how unhealthy they were, and she just, I think, like, as her wings fade, I think of this cinematically. She just kind of like reaches up, gives them a shoulder squeeze, and my healing hands ability gives you 12 hit points as the silvery wings kind of
That
like
may be the best
crumble.
hand on shoulder to date.
Supercharged, hand on shoulder.
Physical
Extra
and
radiant hand on
mental
shoulder.
healing.
Well, you guys are more than welcome to spark up any other conversations, anything you'd like, but you do so as you're walking over to the Moon and Stars. Sure enough, thanks to the secure nature of the tavern itself, it seems to have shrugged off a large amount of the damage. There is a chunk of the ceiling missing from the main tavern floor, but the rooms themselves seem to be okay. The staff there have happily given up their rooms and floor space for anyone else whose houses were damaged beyond repair, and the townsfolk find themselves sleeping there for tonight. Your rooms are still held for you, and you manage to tuck yourselves into your beds. I suspect maybe you make a little bit of extra space, if that's possible for some of the town folk. But at the end of the day, for the most part, a lot of the buildings that have been damaged have been, they're easy enough to shore up with some planks and whatnot.
I'd like to do something on the way to the
Sure.
tavern.
Yeah.
How busy is the town like as we're heading over there? Is it like kind of still really quiet?
It's pretty quiet. It becomes a little bit louder as time goes on and people start to come out of their homes. But for the first few minutes, maybe first half an hour, it's just you guys.
Okay, so like as we're going along, Randall's gonna be like, "You have something to deal with," and just like peels off from the group.
Okay.
And then he finds one of these like corners that has been like in one of these alleys, like here.
Mm-hmm.
And then checks that there's no one around.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check on that?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I be sneaking
Why
to watch?
And then he takes a massive shit. No.
Oh my god! He's a secret shitter!
He's been holding it in this whole time.
It's been 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, you seem to have found a place that's secluded.
It's secluded, and it's the whole town is ruined. And so Randall, as respectfully and carefully as he can, unloads the body out of the bag of holding.
I forgot about that.
into the alleyway.
Stick a crystal shard in it for good measure.
I was like, has he been tempted by the grimoire? Is he going to open some pages and see what secrets
No.
I've got
I
in
was
there?
so
No.
sure.
He's just dumping
I
a
was
body.
so sure. Yeah.
All right, you managed to put the body down. It looks a little bit grayer than the others that you see dotted around the place. It looks a little bit out of place, but you doubt anybody will notice.
And then it just like stands there in silence for like a second or two,
That's so funny.
and then walks off and like heads back towards the inn.
Good, yeah.
Well, there's that taken care of.
Yeah, it's for the best.
Check
Quest
that off the
completed.
to-do list.
Yeah.
There's us thinking you're off the top of
Quest
some
complete.
kind of book. Now he's just finishing off that quest.
Completionist. All right, at that point, let's have a bio breakout, shall we? We've gone a little bit beyond.
Yes, please.
We'll have a bio break. For those of you who don't know, first off, hi, welcome to the stream. If you're new enough to not know what our bio breaks are like, we tend to just go off, do our business, and come right back afterwards. That will take a couple minutes, but in that time, I suspect that you go off and stretch and fill your drinks up and have a pee if you need to, and then we'll be back shortly. All right.
Agreed. There'll be some ads in the meantime, but you'll be fine. I believe in you. It just takes me a minute to get there. I have to mute 2 different things and cover you. It's okay. Shh. Shh. Everything's fine.
Oh my god, I got back before Jack did. Oh. This is a first. For maybe the whole time that Jack's been playing with us. I'm pretty sure he always gets back before I do. Oh, you gotta keep that quest log clean so you know what you're doing next time, precisely. I won the P raise! Welcome back.
The fastest peer in the West.
That's me. Well, I was saying, Jack usually beats me back.
I usually do, and I wasn't any slower, so you must have been quicker than normal.
Speedy boy. If anything, video games have taught us, doing all the side quests makes the main quest 100 times easier. Maybe.
Or two, did you mean winner, winner, chicken dinner?
Winning chicken dinner.
Winning chicken dinner.
I was like, wait, what?
I think
Is that what I
was-
said? Okay, that's fair.
I think that's legitimately the first time in, 2 years of playing Randall that I've legitimately used every single one of my key points in a fight.
Yay!
Yeah.
I have 10.
Yeah.
I am out. I have no more wings. I have no more spell slots. I have no more. Okay, well, I did end up with 4 sorcery points, which I could convert back into a spell slot now, I suppose. I used my Favored by the Gods. I used my Healing Hands.
I still
I
have some
am
spell slots left.
Out. Imagine that.
Hello, webcam.
Just got some a couple levels in a class you're straight up not using at the moment.
Yeah.
Vaseline, Jenny.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. What I'm trying to lean towards, and I'm not going to say this is going to be the case every single time, but I'm trying to lean towards fewer fights, but the fights are like more meaningful and maybe more difficult.
That was certainly more difficult.
That was.
It didn't help that you took a shit ton of damage because you got whacked out of the sky for unnecessarily flying 70 feet up.
To be fair, I'd already taken a shitload of damage before. So.
You know, hilariously, I was on my way over to try to do a twinned high-level healing spell on both me and Haiku, and then the bubble went down and all the plans, and Haiku kept flying higher, and I was like, well, I can either continue to like impotently chase you, or I can try to save Gothic, which I couldn't even do anyway.
Personally, I think every fight having meaning is the way to do it. Yeah, I mean, you that's what you want, but like sometimes, I don't know, is you want to have like fun, dynamic fights that involve more than just standing and slamming a stat block and waiting for it to die.
Yeah, that was a really cool fight.
Mhm.
I loved the crystals. I love that they like. I think that a lot of times with D&D, because the it's like mechanics heavier, right? People just like put monsters out, and I think like we lose the sort of like interesting combats that we get with like video games where there are like multiple factors and different objectives that need to be handled and stuff. And I think you do such a good job of that, of making combats not just like, and here are more creatures that appear for no reason. They were hiding in the trees and weren't fighting you before for some reason. Who knows why? You know, like there's objectives, there's consequences, etc., etc.
Well, that's as Adam has said, that's something that I find difficult. Is that having few big fights is not how D&D 5th edition is designed. Which is why the big fights have to like be difficult. You know what I mean? And ideally, you would have reasons to use resources throughout the day before you have a fight or whatever. Which is why this was quite a convenient one because you'd done the speed run. So you'd use some resources before this one came around.
The second we
Yeah.
came out and there was a fight, I was like, ah.
I remember thinking I was expecting more combat in the speed run, but I'm glad that there are puzzles. But now I'm like, I see. I think that, and they think that this is one of those things that's like perfectly balanced because like we survived because we're the heroes, right? And like, but it took everything we had. It wasn't like an easy victory. It was like we're exhausted. No one's at full health. Like we scraped by, and it took everything we had. And it's like a good, sobering, really well balanced. Like
but I think
you
it's
won
important
because
to-
you were smart.
Yeah, well, that you did win because you were smart. I think it's important to have some fights occasionally where you can feel like cool, badass hero adventurers who are fucking smiting easy peasy, like idiots or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But like this was always, I think, going to be a bigger one.
Yeah.
It's the first time that you're getting to see the might of the dragon, and I think it was important for Haiku to see that dragons aren't to be trifled with.
Yeah, don't walk up to a dragon and smart off to it.
Dear me. Anyway,
Haiku's plan was actually to try and bait the dragon to fly at them, and they were gonna try at least to a movable rod of like the
I saw
jaws
that coming a
clogged
mile
around.
away. I saw that coming a mile away.
Did you?
Oh, a million miles away.
Damn. I was like, you know what? If this dragon can't move, it doesn't cause any issues.
There was a example of immovable rod versus dragon that I have in my head. I must have seen it on Reddit or something, where someone had essentially put like an immovable rod in the jaws of a dragon as it was flying, and the DM was just like, yeah, that's going to do a shit ton of damage, and the dragon's going to pretty much insta die. And I was like, like hold it in place so everyone could just shoot from a million miles away. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I can see what you're doing with that, but also a dragon's smart, and
yeah, so I would certainly have killed me doing that.
And I feel like, especially if a dragon's flying, instead of it ripping through the dragon, it would just like do a little bit of like blunt force trauma damage, and then they would just stop because they're flying, but they're not like, they're flying. There's like there's not like they can push against it. But
hitting a wall with the walls in their stomach.
Also depends if they've got a seatbelt on or not.
The way you can do something like that with an immovable rod, though, is Dimension Door. Because with Dimension Door, you do not have to see where you are teleporting to, and it's anywhere within 500 feet. So you Dimension Door into the dragon's stomach and then click on the immovable rod.
Just hope its hydrochloric acid doesn't melt you into nothingness before he dies.
Yeah, by the time you can Dimension Door, you've got a decent amount of health points. It's a 4th level spell.
I could swap my tattoo to absorb acid damage.
Yeah. So, do we level?
No.
Else.
Not even
I'm
close.
chomping at the bit for level 13 because that's 7th level spells finally.
You guys leveled up when we came back to hiatus. Okay.
That was like
after a year ago.
Yeah.
Look, as from the DM's perspective, right? I want you guys to have meaningful progression, so I don't want you to feel like I'm holding you back unnecessarily. So I won't. Obviously, you'll get reward when it seems appropriate for the amount of work that's been done, as well as story points, right? Because I do milestone leveling. But also we have a problem. And that problem is that the higher level you guys get, when this campaign comes to a close, if you're really high level, we can't use these characters anymore. Because I'm not going to end up making a campaign for like fucking level 18 characters, you know what I mean? And balancing for characters that are that high level is very, very difficult. And that gives itself its own whole load of stuff. So we're a long way away from ending this campaign. If I'm realistic, right, in my head, we're really kind of like, we're getting close to it, like we're getting to the core of the stuff, like important stuff's happening. But, when I plan encounters, I'm like, oh, this is going to take one day, like 3 hours for us, and then it takes us fucking a week of games to finish. So if I'm realistic with myself, us finishing this campaign is a while away. But when we get there, I don't know where we're going to be at, like level wise. I don't know. And if I give you too many levels and we end up with you being level 18, then I don't know what happened. Because I mean, it'll be hard to say goodbye to these characters if we need to at the end of it and all that kind of stuff. And I could always do like the classic, something happens and resets you to level 1 kind of deal, as I did with some of the main RPG things. recently, but I don't know if that's something we'd all be into and all that kind of stuff. I feel like slower progression can sometimes be a little bit frustrating, but when you're at such a high level, it's not like, fuck, I can't do the cool thing I want to do so much. You know what I mean? Like, if you're low level, and why are you stopping me from being level 5 so I can't have extra attack and stuff? That's frustrating.
We have a lot of options available.
At this point, you've got so much stuff.
And I think it makes a lot of sense for the earlier levels to go faster because those are easier skills to pick up. But then when you're getting to the point where like I'm learning now to rewrite the fabric of the universe, it takes a little bit longer to pick up those sorts of skills.
Yeah.
And level 12 is like the last reasonable level in D&D. Everything after that starts to get towards godhood, and so it makes sense to like spend a lot of time earning each of those levels from like a mechanic standpoint.
In my head, like, the points at which I give you guys level ups are like you've done a big thing, right? Like a big story thing or a big like challenge or something, like a big thing as the amount of work that you've done has accumulated to the point of a level up.
Yeah.
And I mean, I imagine the next big thing will be dealing with this dragon somehow, if that occurs.
Maybe we'll go somewhere else.
If you guys go in that direction.
Honestly, after this, we'll just leave it. It's nature's problem now.
Well, now that we've put out there that the I mean, I know you're kidding, but now that we've put out there that the dragon might be tied to like the curse and everything that's going on, I think that that's pretty compelling for them to work towards that. But recognize that they probably can't do it on their own, and definitely should circle around and meet up with the Purple Dragon Knights or something.
Yeah. We've got, an important quest before that, though. And that is, how long should I wait for this horrible tragedy to pass before I start chatting up Sir Zaddy again?
Why? Okay, listen.
I want to be respectful, but I also know time is an issue.
Zaddy doesn't remember Kolthik, so...
Yeah, but surely he remembers the town being destroyed.
That's that.
What I was gonna say is like in all like, fantasy and in a lot of like real world like applications too, after the big fight, people go back and they celebrate the fact that they are still alive in various ways. So I don't necessarily think you need to wait.
Oh.
Gets the blood up.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd have to wait like a couple of days at least.
I mean, that depends on him. Usually people, after they've had a brush with death, are really interested in feeling very alive while being still alive.
So we go to
I'm trying to keep it stream safe.
Where Zaddy also is.
I mean, if we need to make some more room for people, I'll give up my room.
Okay, you guys make your way back to the Moon and Stars Inn, the premier inn in town that allows people to speak and make noises that aren't speaking. As you you return there, you find that the mood is quite somber. There is some confetti on the ground that you brought in with you when you moved from the portal. And there are some, and all you note that all of the like the banners that were kind of hung up around the inside of the tavern have all been changed to congratulations, and then there's like a filler text that says the completionists in like not quite the same font, like it's like a slightly different color, and nobody has as of yet mentioned anything about the speedrun to you. You settle in for a little bit. I think it's fair to say you guys probably cram into one room if the other rooms are also being competed for. It appears that the majority of the townsfolk are okay. Is it safe to say I'm jumping to some conclusions here, but you guys are probably helping getting rid of all the crystals that are embedded in all buildings and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, Nerily will spend as much time as she can manage just walking around and sacred flaming all the crystals she can find.
Okay. But my character might have just become a god, a classic story ending, becoming a god.
It sure do happen that way. Sometimes it happens to us a lot. I don't know. Everyone wants to make my bards gods. It's just a thing, I guess.
Do you spend your afternoon cramming into one room, cramming crystals out of buildings, or cramming another person in some cases? As Haiku does manage to find Zaddy, and they enjoy an intimate, extended embrace. And
Lovely.
you don't see Haiku until the morning. Fade to black.
It was like the scalp on the door handle.
Oh.
No!
I mean, you took the horse head in.
The horse head stays on.
To be fair, if I were to take one thing off of that situation, I think the scalp is most appropriate to get rid of.
Yeah, it still has, desiccated fleshy bits. It's objectively more gross than just bones.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking like the xyla bone off.
Might come in
handy. Might come in handy.
Yeah, it might come in handy. Setting the scene.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Well, after some time, whilst Haiku's away, the rest of you guys are sat enjoying some dinner. It kind of miraculously appears at your table. You guys are kind of out of it and still recuperating a little bit. It's kind of miraculously appears. Someone clearly has bought it for you. And I was going to say Sir Roderick comes up and sits next to you, but he definitely doesn't. He's busy.
Crispin?
Yes, Crispin. Crispin arrives at your table, and he does so alone. He arrives and he says, "Hello, adventurers. See you won the tournament."
Yeah.
I'm sorry that it has been overshadowed. It's an impressive feat.
Thank you.
It would be much better for me if our deal had gone through and I'd. Well, I made some money regardless. We're all happy about the outcome. Well done, well deserved. In fact, record time, merchandise and everything.
Yeah.
But does it really matter? Like, look at the hole in the ceiling.
Oh, stuff like this happens all the time in Faerun. We will rebuild. Well, the townsfolk will rebuild. I don't live here.
Oh. Where do you live?
Oh, I live in Zuzail.
Oh.
I travelled for the tournament, you see. Myself and some of the other nobles do the same.
Luckily that you've made it out with your own skin still attached.
Oh, very sad to say that Thaddeus Bot did not survive.
Did he help?
He shielded me with his demise.
Oh.
Was he alive?
Sort of. Alive enough. Alive to me. He will be mourned.
Will you build another?
Oh, I did. I mean, I sort of built him, but like not really built him.
Someone else?
I built. I kind of found him and patched him up.
Oh.
You found two of them then?
Well, yes. It was a complicated situation with a rival's. You know what? It doesn't matter. You don't need to know. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Enjoy your winnings. We're all grateful that you were here and that you were victorious. Because we're all aware of the role that you played in defending Weymouth from whatever horrible beasts there were outside. I hope it won't happen again. You did kill the dragon, right?
Dragon got away.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
It never really showed itself.
So it could happen again.
Well, we're hoping to stop that.
I will be going back to Suzail as soon as possible. I'm getting out of here. First the goop, then a dragon. It's too much.
Yeah, it's been
That's
a
fair.
bad couple of days, yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible. Worst days of my life. Why does everything horrible always happen to me?
Oh.
You're still alive.
Oh, yes, but so many of my wonderful pieces were destroyed.
If it's not too much to ask, where is Thaddeus? Thaddeus's bots. Wow, I'm broken. It's been a long day. Thaddeus Bot's body. We'd like to pay respects.
Oh, I've packed it away. I'm preparing to leave in the morn.
Okay.
What about the first one that was in the speed run? I assume that's what was behind the brick. We didn't use it.
Oh no, Thaddeus Bot hypothetically could have placed something there for your benefit, but definitely did not, because that would be illegal.
Oh, I see. I thought the whole bot was back there.
Nope. Not that I would ever interfere with the speed run.
I don't think anyone's listening right now.
Okay, goodbye. He suspiciously shuffles away.
He's really bad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later,
That's
fuckos.
Oh god, see you later, fuckers. Thank you for the biddies.
Mhm.
That didn't come up on screen either. Dude, everything is fucking wrecked. I don't know how to fix any of it. Thank you
Earphones?
yeah, thank you to whoever gifted me the earphones on my wish list.
Wow.
A little
Yay!
beep didn't happen, but it might have come up on
Big
screen.
pop.
Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. I appreciate it.
For a long time, until we learned more about some of the circus word phrases, Nerily thought that "see you later, fuckos" was really like endearing and heartfelt. And my plan, due to her misunderstanding, would be that if she had died before she learned more about "see you later, fuckos," was that she was going to say "see you later, fuckos" as she died, because she thought it was like really meaneful and heartfelt.
Oh, I love that.
That's really
She
cute.
since has learned better, but yeah.
That's cute.
That's so good.
Okay. Right, so you guys get a night's sleep. It is restful in the way that it gives you back hit points and spell slots and whatnot. It is restless in the fact that you're all quite packed into one room, and restless for Haiku in a very different way.
Packed into something else.
You guys, there's some packing going on. You guys, when you guys awake?
Can we have like a performance check or something?
skip.
Didn't we do that one?
Sure.
Go
Do a
straight
performance
Yes.
check for us, Haiku. See how it goes.
all night. Oh no.
Or it could be like a satisfaction check or something.
What?
Should we
If
do
you
a
score
should we
too
do
highly,
a-
you get a point of exhaustion.
It was a long day. It's been a while.
Well, I feel like this is a sort of thing where like the DC doesn't have to be high because you've already like established a rapport.
Mhm.
You had a brush with death, both of you, so like we discussed, looking to feel alive.
Yeah, you
But you're not a
guys
bard,
have
so-
a you guys have a satisfying evening. Nothing to write home about, but the emotional element is more satisfying than the physical element.
At that. What I will do, like with Paddler Lilies, if I can find some piece of memorabilia, probably from all the broken buildings, I'll carve Sir Roderick's name into that and whack it on the shell as well. Like I did with...
Like a living bedpost that you've got with you at all times.
Yeah.
Put some notches in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not
All
just
right.
notches, I put names as well.
Because that makes it much better.
No, I love the idea that this is like a thing Haiku does, and it's like really sentimental and meaningful to them, completely unaware of the fact that it seems like very fuckboy behavior.
You find when you walk back down in the morning to meet your comrades, you find a small piece of the debris of the ceiling, like a piece of the slate has fallen off of the roof, and you kind of chalk the name Sir Roderick onto it. You can tuck it onto your shell somewhere. Just out of curiosity, are there any other names on that shell apart from Padlo, Lily, and Sir Roderick, or?
There are. They're not visible.
Okay. Oh, it's been a while.
I mean, like, I feel like Haiku's age should be like 50.
All right. Yeah. Sure. All right.
And they travel.
Have they traveled? They've been traveling.
Are we at morning now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when Randall appears, you notice that he looks different. Because he is no longer wearing a bandage.
Oh shit.
I forget what did you put
So
on
he's
the
like,
glove?
fuck, now I gotta redraw some things.
Sorry.
Damn it, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, he could... Okay, he's got a piece of cloth that looks very similar to the bandage, but with holes cut in it.
Wait,
keep
maybe
the
it's like a
aesthetic.
band where you've tanned around the outside and he's just
Oh, yeah.
pale underneath.
Okay, yeah.
That is so funny.
So does Randall look super jacked now with their 21 strength?
I don't think so. I
He
think
looks
it's
like me.
still... I think it's still kind of slender and sleek.
With like a
For
really
the agility.
thick neck or something.
Yeah, it's just a straight line. all of the giant strength has gone into the neck and nowhere else.
The neck and the ankles. There's two like really big.
So now you've got a beefy strength score. How does that influence your like damage rolls and stuff? Were you mostly using dexterity before?
I think I can choose because of finesse, right? Maybe? Or
Yeah.
not? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's finesse. Is it finesse?
I can't.
Or
I
is
can't
it
remember.
oh god,
Versatile? I
Versatile
thought
or
I
finesse?
might be. Maybe I
I think
can't
it's
choose.
finesse.
Finesse is choosing to use dex. Versatile is choosing to be two-handed or one-handed.
Yeah. That's the one.
I don't actually remember. I didn't think about that.
That's gonna. I
And
think
yeah,
that's gonna-
so you can use it instead of
yeah, lovely.
strength.
Lovely. So now you can set your strength score properly.
Yeah.
And you
Bump
have to
that
go
up.
into your clicky attack things in your attack section and switch them all over from dex to strength for the calculations.
Yeah, and I need to make a note of what my current strength is in case I ever take them off.
Yes.
That's smart. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Headbutts are now instant kills, Adam. So.
Yeah.
Really strong neck.
Okay. Yeah, so Randall comes down looking a little bit different. Haiku comes down looking a little bit different.
He's like a headgear. He's like goggles on the top of Haiku's head that's usually like positioned perfectly or like slightly askew.
Yeah.
Everything's a little bit like
Excellent.
off. And he walks in with that like swagger that like Sims 3 models do when they woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the very relaxed swagger.
So Roderick does not come down. So Roderick
Is he
wanted
dead?
to. No.
Oh no, you haven't shot someone else.
Uh,
I didn't take the safety off, it just went off!
Oh, no.
And I started panicking! Luckily the door was closed this time.
so Roderick's at the bar.
Oh, thank God for that.
So you guys are chilling together. So Roderick, you guys get some food and make whatever remarks you want to about the night before.
I want to get the fanciest meal they offer. That they still have stuff for.
That is what was delivered to you, free of charge.
Oh, the breakfast was delivered too?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess we did just like save them or whatever, but cool. And I want to order a really fancy coffee. Unless that was also just served.
No, well, you are given it free of charge.
Oh shit.
Katie wants a really fancy coffee right now, but I'm restraining myself, so I'm living vicariously through Nerly right now.
So
Morning, everyone.
I love that all three of us started to say something like we've sat down and we've eaten a little. We've
Eaten
eaten a little.
Uh-huh.
We've eaten a little. I eaten it. This what happens. That anyway, we've eaten a little bit, and then we all are like, so at the same time as Haiku's like coming down all disheveled. Morning.
So, Randall wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna say Randall accidentally throws his drink all over the place because he's not yet used to his newfound strength. He just goes to pick his drink up and just like, whoop, it's just gone.
oh shit.
Uh-oh. My prestidigitation. What kind was it? Like a glass that wouldn't break or a glass that would break?
It was a glass that would break.
Amend it.
Oops, sorry.
So uncharacteristically clumsy of you, Randall.
No.
Yeah, that's usually a me thing.
So you don't have
What
a
was that
bandage on
about?
now, right?
Yeah. Nope.
What's happened? What's happened?
Get a haircut.
Been bald the whole time.
He's like
I
going
do
like,
love the
like
idea of the
a
tan
game
line,
engine
though.
thing, and he's just got like luscious locks now.
Yeah. No, I just took that. I took that hairpin that we had that we gave to the skeleton, and I just used that. It's okay. What's the? Well, you know, with everything that happened yesterday, I was like, what's the point of seeing things if I can't, like, help people? Like, if I could hit them a bit harder, maybe I could have knocked some of them out, and more people would be alive. So.
Yeah.
Plus,
That
it's
makes
nice to
sense.
actually see the sky. I haven't seen the sky in like 3 months or more. No, years.
Yeah, years.
See, it's been like a year.
It's been a year, yeah.
I haven't seen the
Did
sky
we
in a year.
know? Did the rest of us know that that was a thing that was going on? Like, did we ever talk about it in character? That like, sure, you have like basically like tremor sense almost now, but you can't like literally perceive visually beyond 120 feet or whatever it was.
It definitely has come up where Randall has like had to ask what things look like or what everyone's seen when things have been far away.
Right.
I really love the
Okay.
idea of you guys seeing the unicorns.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh.
Oh my God, Randall had to miss the unicorns! No.
He's just there at the time, just nodding along, like, you know, when you can't quite understand someone.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to read the situation. Is this a good thing? Okay, yeah.
Still devastated that I didn't think to memorize the sigils for the unicorn teleportation.
Here we are.
Space.
No, you
Or I didn't have time or whatever it was.
bit both.
Yeah.
So, Haiku, have a good night.
Yeah. Pretty good.
No, I want to know from Haiku's perspective. And you have full creative control over this. Is this a one-night thing? Are you guys feeling awkward and trying to avoid each other? Is one of you more into the other one?
I mean, I think because you describe it more as an emotional thing, I think it would maybe be more than a one-night stand.
Well, when I say emotional, I mean like maybe there wasn't the technical prowess, but the
Yeah, but I think that's maybe helped.
okay, sure, yeah. All right.
Yeah. I think there's more there. Not overly sure what's there, but there's more.
So you think Zaddy would come and have a sit with you guys in the morning and have some breakfast?
I'd like to think so.
Okay, well,
I like to think Haiku is awkward in the moments in which normal people would never ever be awkward.
right.
I mean, the moments which you should be awkward, they're thriving.
Well,
screaming at me until I say goodnight to her every night. Freak me. 19.
That's nice.
He just loves your brother.
No, because it's just a passive aggressive thing of saying shut up.
Okay.
The sexual tension in that meeting was palpable.
Well, sexual tension in this meeting was palpable.
I love that Nerly still has no idea what it is that you do when you go off with these people. So she's just like totally clueless and like can tell that people are acting differently, but has no idea why.
So sheltered.
Mhm.
Well, so Roderick comes and takes a sit next to you guys. Sits down. He's got a nice warm cup of coffee. Hello, adventurers. Good morning.
Hello.
And
Morning.
shoulder bumps gently, playfully into Haiku.
Morning.
I'm glad you made it.
Here.
So, how are you all feeling about your incredible triumph over the shadow creatures from beyond, and the success of the speed run? You're champions now. You beat my record.
I kind of wish we hadn't done the speed run.
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel like a triumph.
And if we weren't stuck in that bubble place for 2 hours, then maybe we could have done more.
Listen, you need to take the wins where you can get them. This happened as some kind of random attack. There's nothing you could have done against it. Even if you guys weren't in the bubble of the speed run, if you were here, there's only a chance that you would have died in the initial attack.
That's true. Maybe we were supposed to be in there so that we didn't die.
Consider it the universe saving you for backup.
Universe. Or Selene.
Sure. Yeah. Could be.
Katie's laughing. Nerly, it's not. She just assumes that any time something worked out potentially for the better, that it's Selene's intervention.
As you would.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me, what are your next steps?
I think we have to go kill the dragon.
Yeah.
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 Do you want to come?
My adventuring days are over.
Something already have done something?
I'm spent.
There's a refractory period, you see. We just had a battle yesterday.
I don't think I've got it in me. I'm an old man.
Oh, you're not that old.
Oh, I've got a little life left in me,
Well, clearly.
but I'll save my energy for elsewhere.
Do we have to roll for like uncomfortable saves?
Yeah, a discomfort check.
Yeah.
Nerly's not uncomfortable. She's just like, it's nice. You do have a lot of life left in you. Such a positive outlook. Maybe I could be more like you someday.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I was planning on returning to Suzale. But I was thinking maybe I mean the tower here is empty.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I know that the local war wizard is supposed to be in residence, but is elsewhere. The people of Weymouth could use some wizardly support for the time being, and perhaps I will return to Suzale after the gentleman Needmore returns.
I think Mr.
I think
Wiggles
you'd be an
might still
excellent
need
war
some.
wizard.
Mr. Wiggles might still need some more mentoring.
That too. I was thinking that too.
As much as it did quite a lot of work, saving people, I think it needs a little bit more, tutoring in how to be a person.
I agree with that.
Was that bubble thing magic, or was it some sort of ability they have? It has.
The bubble was Mr. Wiggle, to my knowledge. It was obvious that Mr. Wiggle was under a lot of strain as the bubble was being assailed.
Kind of more like an inborn ability.
It's no magic I've ever seen.
I've never seen anything like Mr. Wiggles.
Me neither. But
And I
I
bet
would
you've been
rather
lots of
not.
places.
I've been all over the place. I've explored some real tasty treats. I mean, exotic places.
I'm gonna make a cringe check. I cringe. I go.
Or if it's a 1, does that mean it's not cringe at all?
IQ just
kidding,
gives them a nudge.
But
like a playful nudge?
I will
Yeah.
not spend my time examining Mr. Wiggles and poking and prodding it. I think it
No.
deserves to take its own strides in life, and I'm willing to guide it as long as it wants my assistance. But
Yeah, I was meaning more like it seemed like they were doing magic and you could probably help them. But if that's more of an inborn ability, then there's a problem. Just life guidance is probably good.
to me, it seems like perhaps an ability given to it by its nature as a sentient gel,
Goop.
Yeah.
ooze, goo, plasmoid. It's hard to say.
Haiku's the smart one, so whatever Haiku and you probably think. I mean, of us, you seem very smart too.
I mean, Mr. Wiggles seems insistent on goop. Oh, was it goo?
Goo.
Goo. Yeah, I mean, if Mr. Wiggles is insistent on goo, then as far as all we're aware, it's goo.
Let's go with however Mr. Wiggles identifies.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're after a dragon, huh?
Yeah, we were supposed to do that like a year ago, so yeah, it's
Pretty
more
good.
complicated.
It might have been a lot easier a year ago. Maybe it's grown since.
Yeah. Nothing like this was happening from the dragon that we know of a year ago.
I mean, to my knowledge, I'd heard that there was a dragon in the King's Forest. It's not uncommon that dragons are in the King's Forest. There are ancient layers in the mountains that dragons will find their ways to if they ever become vacant. Dragons tend to my understanding, move from layer to layer. They rarely have just the one. But if a new layer becomes available, perhaps because of the death of another dragon will tend to move in and take that as one of its perhaps auxiliary layers.
Well, second homes.
Precisely. They have a
Summer
lot of
home.
territory, and they'll have layers throughout their territory. But the dragon that the Purple Dragon Knight set out to kill a year ago was slain, to my knowledge.
Oh.
Oh.
Quest complete.
Ah, so we don't have to kill a dragon.
I
Excellent.
mean, I think it was slain a year ago.
Oh no. Maybe this is the same one and it was cursed too. Or maybe it's a different one.
I happen to know a local that was involved in the initial hunt.
That would be very helpful.
Please be Mr.
His name is Earl.
Okay.
Oh, it's
And
not
Earl
gonna be the-
didn't have to die. Ba-ba-na-na-na. Sorry. Earl? Do we know of an Earl?
It's gonna be the guy in the inn where you gotta be silent, innit?
I don't have Earl written down.
They have all the
anywhere.
information, but they can't talk, and they won't talk to you.
That's a curse.
Who's Earl?
He's I wouldn't say a friend, and he's certainly not friendly.
Ah,
Good.
He's
excellent.
I'm not a local, so I've only heard stories. But he lives just outside the town. He was once a dragon hunter. But has abandoned that life. At least in the last year.
I mean, it looks like he didn't mobilise yesterday, so clearly he's abandoned it.
He was not here.
Well, depending upon how far outside of town he lived, he might not have known anything was happening.
It may be more accurate to refer to him as a dragon tracker.
Hunter as in finding, not hunter as in killing.
Yeah. Everything that I have just regaled you with around the layers of dragons were things I'd heard from him. I've met him previously at other speedrun tournaments. The last time it was in Weymouth specifically. But again, I would not refer to him as a friend. He's he can be quite prickly. Wise, but prickly.
Well, hopefully we can win him over enough to talk to us. Do you know where outside of town he lives? Unfurling a map.
I'm not familiar, but I'm sure that we could find somebody who could point us in the right direction.
Probably one of the bartenders. They always know where people live if they're local.
Usually to send their invoices.
I
Now,
hope that Earl just says found the dragon as the dragon attracts the party. There it is! Found it!
They actually find dragons by being the best dragon bait, so all dragons like, flock to them.
Hey, if it works.
I love it.
I'm certain we can find someone to lead us to Earl.
We need an Earl tracker.
Okay, well, we should go ask around, right?
I think it'll be for the best. But I think it's beyond. I mean, I'll help you find Earl. But once we find Earl, I'm afraid I'm going to have to say goodbye.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you're alive. You seem nice.
That's very kind of you. I'm glad to be alive as well. Now let's go and find you. Let's go track down a tracker for you. At that point, I think we'll leave our D&D game on hold.
Sounds good.
As a very minor cliffhanger of we're off to go do something. It's not the same as oh shit, the fucking sky is falling.
I'm happy about it.
All sorts of surprises in store for us next session.
Surprises or treats?
Yeah.
You said
happy,
treats this time.
Happy surprise.
You said treats for this time.
Happy
And I don't think there were any treats.
Haiku got the treat.
Happy
Oh.
surprise.
Haiku got the treat.
Happy surprise.
What did yes?
I did.
And
yes.
we'll call it quits there. At least someone got lucky this session. And I got to use my D6. Thanks very much, Papaya, or
Sure
Flag
did.
Gamer, or Nath, or whomever it was that gave me the D6 that helps me extra definitely kill Cultic
Fuck you
Salamor.
three.
Yes.
You know it rolls me up every fucking time, and I get riled up, and then I feel bad about being riled up afterwards.
Don't feel bad, Jim. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Ban them.
It's a roller coaster of emotions. And a cliffhanger you can walk away from. That's true.
If you do split them into separate rewards, the DM one should be DM plus like 30 minutes.
Hit list.
You can only redeem it together.
DM plus Jenny's shit list.
Oh, here comes the. Technically, my D6 didn't do anything.
Nath, you've redeemed a D6, and there's only 4 of those available. Like, that's in the channel point thing. So you've redeemed it, so it had to happen.
Wow. Technically, it was all Haiku's fault. Oh, was it?
What?
Oh. Okay.
Thank you for the
Alright.
bits, Kanako. Appreciate
Wait,
it.
what was Haiku's fault?
Who would have thought that me killing someone in cold blood would end up with Haiku getting laid?
This sucks,
I
man.
think those were
Sounds
directly.
like-
These were directly correlated.
The rest of us
Yeah,
are so
I think
good.
it's more the all
What
the
are we good?
flirting that you did with Sir Roderick, and the propositioning you'd already done,
That's
laid the
true.
groundwork, and then being a hero probably didn't hurt. I don't think it necessarily. I don't think that the cause and effect was you murder then get laid. I don't think that really played into.
But if
To
you're
that at all.
a true scientist, you're going to have to test that by running the experiment again.
True, I didn't murder anyone last time.
Yeah, that's true. But you did win a competition,
Interesting.
didn't you?
Oh yeah, I got that belt. Hit him with the old Cooper shell.
So it's winning. Winning is what gets you lucky.
Winning.
You gotta keep winning.
I keep winning.
All I do
Well-
is win, win, win. Sorry.
That's it for our game today, folks.
Indeed.
That's a fun game. Thank you.
Yes, GG's.
Yeah.
Good
We
game.
came out the other side of that fight, and none of you guys died. Only one.
That was
it only
close.
Nerdy went down once,
I think I went down twice, actually.
twice.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay.
One at the top of the screen and one in the center of the screen. I don't remember how I got back up the first time. Was it a healing potion?
Did you definitely go down?
Maybe it was only one time.
I'm just really glad that
want to
I
clarify
didn't
that it's not
realize that
sexual in any
particular
way.
tail attack also has a DC something strength saving throw or get knocked prone. I didn't realize until I did it, but it was a very happy coincidence.
Also, it makes
died.
sense. If I were a dragon, I would definitely try to knock somebody down a peg, so to speak. Down
was a very happy
an
accident.
altitude. Mhm.
Alright.
Just wish that it was more damage. Bye.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Awesome.
Thanks for hanging with us, everyone. We'll see you next Sunday. Thank you for all the videos and the gifts and everything. We appreciate it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.